A couple of weeks ago, I got a phone call from my wife. She told me over the phone that I was being accused of touching a little girl. And I broke down, I started crying. I didn't know what to do, my heart just dropped. And I told her it wasn't true. My wife and I babysit kids in our neighborhood, so she ended up telling one of the moms what was going on with the first allegations, and all of a sudden, I'm getting accused of touching another child. And so here I go again. My heart's dropped, and my wife is crying and uncontrollable. She asked me about if I ever touched these kids in a sexual manner, and I told her no, because I never would. It just breaks my heart to know that people are trying to destroy me, destroy my life, destroy my marriage, destroy everything. All these allegations just make me feel, shameful inside. I don't even want to be around kids no more because of these allegations. It just makes me feel like dirty. It just makes me feel like I'm an ugly person, but I know I'm not. I know I'm not. And I just want these allegations, the truth to come out today, to prove to everybody that I'm not this monster.
Raul, why do you think you're accused of touching these children?
I don't know, Steve. Honestly, I really don't. Me and my wife, all we do is we want to be good people in life. We go out, we feed the homeless. Single moms ask us to take care of their kids while they further their future in life. And we help them out. We don't charge them, nothing.
How long have you and your wife been together?
7 years, Steve. We've known each other for 9.
9. And have you ever been accused of anything like this in the past?
No.
No. And how did you become aware that you were being accused of this?
One day my wife went to go babysit a relative's kids, and the day when she was leaving to come back, I guess the relative told her that I touched the little girl. And then I get a phone call from my wife, and she's crying on the phone, hysterical, and she's telling me that I touched the little girl. And I broke down crying.
When your wife calls you to tell you this, is she more believing that you did it, or is she just kind of questioning you?
It wasn't even a question, Steve. She was just enlightening me of what was said to her.
Okay. Were you ever alone with this child that she calls you about?
Yes.
You were alone with her?
Yes.
As a caretaker, like you said that you help young women watch their children?
Yes. Yes.
And this was one of those children?
Yes.
Okay. And you say that you never
No.
inappropriately touched her?
No.
Were you ever alone with the second child?
Yes.
Okay. So you were alone
Steve,
with these children?
the second child, he wants me to do everything for him. Cook for him when it's time to cook.
So it's not unnatural that you're alone with these children?
No.
Okay.
No.
And again, I find it a little odd that you're accused of 2 allegations of touching children. And how long ago was this?
Maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, so it's still in the early stages.
Yes.
So maybe the police will come knocking. Like, I try to put myself in this situation, right? I'm thinking about it. Here I'm going through my life, and, my children are, one's in college, one's at home still, but they're older, I think, like, oh my God, what if somebody said, hey, you touched my child? And I would be terrified, because sometimes even when you didn't do it, and even when you clear your name, sometimes you still carry the stigma of it.
Yes. I was already blasted on social media, blasted through group texts. My wife seen it, everything. I'm ashamed to go outside.
Have people that like kind of shun you a little bit?
Well, not really, but I feel that way inside. Yeah. I feel dirty inside. But I know I didn't do this, and I tell my wife, but I see even her. She's kind of at a standoffish with me now.
Yeah.
When we talk, it's not a loving talk no more. It's like she's snappy at me. She's distant from me.
Yeah.
And I tell her.
Because obviously these allegations put pressure on your wife also.
Oh, yes, big time. She hasn't ate. It's hard for her to sleep. I mean, it just kills me inside to watch her going through what she's going through.
So is there no truth to these allegations whatsoever?
No.
When this person is telling you about the allegation, does it come across to you as credible?
No.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Did you ask him, why are you saying this? You know, that type of thing?
That person wouldn't contact me. They blocked me on the phone, social media, everything. And so I was trying to get them to talk to me to find out what was going on. And
So they tell you, but then they block you?
right.
Okay. Have you ever talked to the police?
No.
Police
never.
ever contact you?
No. Never.
Did they say that they made a police report?
Yes, they
Yeah.
said that.
And then somebody else contacts you and says, hey, your husband touched my child too, right?
I had let her know of the situation that was going on, the previous situation.
You're telling about the first allegation.
Right, the first allegation. So I was letting them know the allegations, and just giving her heads up. Hey, give us a couple of days. I got to clear this up, and then maybe 2 or 3 days later, she comes back and says that her child's being touched. Yes.
Do you regret telling the second person about the allegations of
No,
the
because
first?
I felt comfortable
Yeah.
to let her know.
Right. And you're being upfront and honest about it.
Yes.
Like, hey, this is going on. Until this, we get this cleared up, I don't want to put any more on my plate.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Do you feel like this situation being where there's smoke, there's fire? Here's one allegation, now there's two. Is it a coincidence, or could it be true?
I'm confused.
Yeah. What if he fails today?
Well, he's going to jail.
Okay. Okay. Let's bring Raul back out.
Babe, I didn't do this. You know how I am with kids. I told you time and time again, I see how all this is affecting you. I see how it's affecting you now. And I just want you to know that's why we try to get another lie detector test. And I said, no, let's call Steve. Because you and I know we watch Steve all the time. And you know that he brings out the truth.
So you came here, Raul, and you took a lie detector test. And we asked you, did you ever touch the child a relative accused you of inappropriately for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. Did you ever touch that child Rebecca babysat for your own sexual gratification? You answered no, and the results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Raul told the truth.
I would never do that to a kid. I love those kids without my heart. Now you can tell the world. I love you, babe. Now you can tell the world that I'm not the monster they want me to be. Thank you, Steve.
I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you clear your name, because I really think it's probably one of those most horrible accusations you can be accused of.
It is, Steve.
One, without this coming here, it's kind of hard to prove that you didn't do it. So I certainly hope this helps. It's got to,
yes.
Not one child, but two. That's got to be a 1,000-pound weight on your chest.
Yes.
How do you feel that he passed?
Oh. Blessed, relieved.
Yeah. And the other, kind of terrible thing that comes out of this, here you and your husband are trying to be what we need is people like you in our communities, people willing to help, helping people less fortunate, young mothers that need help, and then it bites you in the ass a little bit, and then people say, well, I'm not going to put myself back in that position. And then your community loses two people that are really trying to do some good. There's enough people that don't do anything or turn their back, and here you are trying to do your best, and it's a shame that this had to come. So I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
I was raped.
My name is Steve Wilkos, and I'm an investigative talk show host with a law enforcement background.
It was my life or his.
My job is to get truth and justice for everyday people. Watch our videos now.